All right, this Final Edition 392 2024 is back because he didn't feel he got enough parts yet. So we're gonna put more parts on today. We are gonna do a full Delta Brake kit because for some reason from Chrysler, they didn't feel you needed to stop with all that extra horsepower. So we're gonna remedy that situation with 4-piston calipers and bigger rotors all the way around. Next, it's gonna get a CROW system, full meal deal, and more lighting. Stay tuned. The whole 9 yards.
So these are a massive improvement from the factory braking system. Extra pistons, as you can see here, quad piston setup for each. The braking system of this is a major improvement from what I've noticed from driving with the Jeeps without them to the ones that have gotten the upgrade. It just seems to have that nice stopping power that you need when you have the 37s and anything above that. Fairly easy to install, as you can see. As we go along, you'll see that it's not that difficult. Pretty much the hardest part will be bleeding the brakes. There is some cutting on the back that you have to do, nothing too major, just so that to make some room for the calipers themselves. Other than that, it is a pretty straightforward job. Something you could probably do in your driveway or in your garage. So.
What do you want, man? You're always bugging me.
And we're done with that one. So it doesn't take a lot to do it. So still have to bleed the brake, which will take a little bit of time, and a second person. But now let's move on to the next one and let's get this job done. Yeah, so now we'll move to the back. It's pretty much the same process as the front. It's very similar, except for just the way the lines come in and stuff like that. But the rest of it's basically the same procedure. The only difference is on the back ones, I'll end up cutting the tin on the upper part here and the lower part, just so that when you put the brakes on, the new brakes on, they have the clearance. And if you don't do that, they'll end up getting trapped in between the caliper and the disc. We'll just put a little trim here, a little trim there, and we'll be good to go. I've loosened off the clamp here a little bit and I've slid it up so that you can maintain the factory hose and have it in the factory location. Otherwise, you'll have to replace your hose from this fitting down to this fitting.
All right, just to give you a bit of comparison, here we have the rear factory caliper. It is a single piston caliper. Here is the new caliper. This is a 4-piston caliper. That's the size of the caliper right there. This is the size of the other caliper. Just to give you an idea on how much more stopping power. Or, there's the brake pad versus that's the new brake pad. You let me know based on size, which is gonna make more of an impact. Size matters, guys.
Bleeding is done. Go for a drive, see how it feels, and then if we have to do another bleed, I can always do it with the wheels on and do it on the ground. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get some tire going. So this is our CROW system. As you can see, we've already pre-wired it. We usually like to put the light near the back of it, but this one has the 2 extra panels. So there's more options for this gentleman because he's got the auto top for the roof. So he can do a lot more things with it because he's got the 2 extra panels. But what we usually do is we set the light at the furthest most spot so that when you're sitting in the truck and you turn the light on, it's not directly in your eyes, it's kind of beside you and shining down. Same with the electrical plug here. We usually put it here so it's the furthest forward so that if you, wherever you want to put your phone or whatever device you have that's going to be mounted to this and needs power, we try to put it the furthest forward. With the extra panel, we can move it a little bit more forward, so it allows you to do a lot more things. He also ordered the bag system. With the bag system, you get the fancy little Velcro badges. Once we do this, we take our time to run the wiring so that it's nice and neat and just run in behind the metal panel so that you don't see it other than the zap straps. So run it all up to this corner, up into the front corner on the right hand side, and then we'll run it down the top panel, down the pillar, and then down to the aux switches that are on the inside of the vehicle. And then we'll hook up our ignition and power and ground down in that location. Landon set this up for me, so he did a great job. Looks amazing like always. So let's get to it and install this bad boy in. So you don't have to pull this down too far to undo this, just enough so that you can get to those bolts. So all I'm doing is just checking the front here, making sure that this is as centered as possible, because I'm going to have to drill a couple holes right here and here. run the wiring. I gotta run it through here, and I'll follow the wiring that's already here. Follow it around, follow it down to the bottom. And then under here, at the foot of the well here, is the wiring if you have the auxiliary switches. It's just a wire that comes up and it bundles back and it's taped in there. If you feel around, you'll feel it right away. So what I'll do is I'll run it down to there, and I'll do the power, ignition, and ground all right there. And then we'll test to make sure all this stuff works. You guys have seen enough wiring from us and from other places, so we'll leave that out and we'll jump from this. And the next thing you see is me installing some light pillars on this white Jeep.
1 hour later.
So the customer here has asked us to put in some pillar lights. I've already got the brackets just slightly mounted for right now because I got to put this piece back in. And then as you can see, I also have the wire just temporarily put in. So I'll get these mounted onto the brackets, I'll get the sides put back in with the wiring connected to the lights, and then I'll move forward and do the wiring on this. So these lights are the Baja Design LP4s. They're a nice size light, especially for up on the pillar. They're not oversized. I find that some of the bigger lights on the corner here can kind of be a little overwhelming when you're driving down the road. So these are a nice size to have. They are nice and bright. They also have the side shooters on them. We do have covers for the inside so that they won't shine onto the hood. But they're a great light.
Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. The way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
So that's a wrap. Mike efficiently got that all done today. We have upgraded the brakes all four corners on this, and though as much as it pains me that I can't show you a before and after braking distance test, I like my license and it's not my vehicle. So I'm not gonna go beat on the vehicle before and after. It's not happening. Regardless, the brakes have been upgraded. We have also added these beautiful LP4 Baja Design pillar lights. Now, something not everyone might know, you can put the LP4s up here, but what you can also do is you can buy these little side, I don't know what you want to call them, a non-reflector. It goes on the side so that this doesn't shine directly and reflect off the hood. So it basically makes these a right and a left pair. Without them, they would be kind of annoying to have up here, but this really solves the problem. It's just a little add-on part you got to order from Baja Designs. This vehicle's from the States. He's not concerned with legalities of covers like we are up here, so he doesn't have covers on here, but that's not the only thing we installed. Come on inside. As you'll notice, we have also put a fully loaded CROW rack up here. So this is not just the CROW rack, this is the one specifically for the power top. Notice how it's got the nice cutout here for when it swoops up and down when it unlocks. We've added the USB charging port here, we've got the bags with some patches, and we've got the good old night vision light when you're on a mission that you don't really want to blind anybody at night. But all the wiring's hidden. Mike did a really nice job. It's all run down to the aux switch location in the footwell. And then from the aux switches, look at that. We can light up old Mikey's toolbox over there with these Baja Designs LP4. There he is.
So good, so fresh. Just the way you like
If you want to see more content like this, or have any suggestions for content we should do, by all means, drop a comment down in the comment section and we may get a response from who knows. Do the normal stuff like subscribe, maybe even turn the notifications on, and we'll keep doing these videos. Who knows what crazy stuff we'll get up to next.
So fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
Out of 10? No, it's not 10.
It's not a 10.
It's not a 10.
Hey Mike,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a 10.
Oh, because it's 11.
Is it?
It's 11.